back to my channel. Today is Monthly Munchies. And I just have to say, do you like my kitchen? I hope it's purple. Next time, it could be red or orange or stainless steel because I'm going to have a little bit of fun behind me. And today we're going to be making rigatoni gorgonzola. And I haven't made it before. Glenn has made it a few times and it tastes really good. And he said it was fairly simple, so it's my turn. I'm going to make a rigatoni gorgonzola. Let me introduce you to all the ingredients. For the rigatoni gorgonzola, we need a fontina, which gives it body, Asiago for the flavor, gorgonzola for more flavor, but it also has a little bit of a sharp kick to it. And we're going to make these with the roux that will be added with butter, flour, and milk. First thing we do to make the rigatoni gorgonzola is cut up some mushrooms and saute them in a pan with some butter. Added to the sauce will be prosciutto and peas. And the final thing we're going to need, rigatoni. 3 tablespoons of butter for the mushrooms. And I'm going to let this melt before I put the mushrooms in. It's only been about a minute and they've already slowly dissolved. And I've got 8 ounces of mushrooms I'm going to put in. And I'm going to raise the temperature to a low medium. Alright, this has been cooking for about, I don't know, 10 minutes or probably less than 10 minutes, 7 minutes or so on medium-low heat. And Glenn is now going to taste one because I wouldn't know.
Try this one.
Oh, it's going to be hot.
Oh, look at that.
Owie, owie, owie. Isn't it burning you? What do you think? A little bit longer?
I'm really close to done.
Okay. 2 tablespoons butter. Let that melt around. All the way melted before I add the flour? Okay. 1 tablespoon. 2 tablespoons. And we leave our flour in the freezer and it's nice and cold. So it cools down the butter.
It's kind of big.
Well, I couldn't find the small one.
Okay, you gotta let it, this is cold, let it heat up. Allow the pan to do its work.
Alright. Stop whisking, in other words.
For a while.
It has been gently boiling for a while. I'm not sure how long that while is. Maybe 10 minutes? Okay, the first cheese that goes in is the fontina. I've already cut it up into little pieces. And I've got about 3.25 ounces. But really, it's just to taste, whatever you think. Alright, that has been mixed in. Now for the next cheese. This is Asiago. It is a crumbly cheese. Feels a little bit like cheddar, I think, to my hands. And that's 1.35 ounces. And then we'll mix this in and let this melt. This is going to take a little bit longer, I think. That fontina cheese was very dense, but it seemed to really melt fairly quickly, just within 3 minutes. This one might take a little bit longer. The Asiago took forever to melt, like 15 minutes on low. Now, gorgonzola. And this is super crumbly. Super crumbly. And I've got 1.65 ounces. And of course, just put in however much you think you like. Because it's all about you or whoever you're cooking for. And now I gotta wait around for this to melt. And I've got the mushrooms set aside in a bowl because we'll add everything separately after we get the noodles done. And I will get the noodle pot going here in just a minute. But first I gotta do this. That did not take any time at all, maybe not even 2 minutes. And doing it with that little plastic whisk really helps speed it up, I think. Okay, so now I'm gonna put this in a different bowl in the waiting station. And then I'm going to clean this and turn it into a pot to boil my rigatoni. Boiling water. Rigatoni noodles. I like mine al dente. The prosciutto comes in a little package where it's already thinly sliced, and I took 3 pieces off and then I cut them into smaller, more bite-sized kind of chunks. And I used the same knife as I used with the cheese. It was perfectly fine. And yeah, so every time if I'm gonna have leftovers or whatever, I just take out another piece or 2 of the prosciutto, cut it up and put it on top of the rigatoni instead of globbing it all on and then it's sort of stuck in there. It's better to have it sort of fresh. Noodles in bowl. Wearing my new apron. And here's the rigatoni gorgonzola. I'm gonna stir it around. Okay, I've got a little of everything. Tastes good. You can definitely feel sort of like that dryness from the crackling cheese. Which one was it? Gorgonzola maybe? I know it wasn't the Fontina. Maybe it was the Asiago. It's good. Maybe next time I'll try it with like really small chops of chopped up green pepper because I like green pepper. I just really don't have peas. It's good though. Little mushroom pea, prosciutto, noodle. There's enough salt in it where you don't really need to add any. Maybe a little pepper. That would have been good. But it's good. It's tasty. And it's definitely going to fill me up. I'll see you next time.